Hey everybody, what is up? And good afternoon to you. It is 12:20 in the p.m. So as you can see behind me, we're working on a John Deere today. I kid you not. I took in one John Deere like a week ago, and that seems like that's all that I've been working on. But I'm not complaining. I like tractor work far more than automotive work. So today we are rebuilding the lift cylinders and the the bucket cylinders today. I'm going to show you how to pull those off. I'm going to show you how to rebuild them. I'm going to show you how to put them back on. I'm going to show you how to bleed them down. This is a very simple process, and for those of you that don't know how to rebuild a cylinder, well, stay tuned because I'm going to walk you through it. It's a very simple process. Don't let it intimidate you. Working on 5525 tractor, 542 loader. Now, I got ahead of myself. I did make a short video for YouTube, but I didn't make a long video for this. But in my short video, I pulled our lift cylinder off. So I'll show you what that looks like on the other side. But for right now, we're gonna head into the shop and I'm gonna show you how to rebuild that cylinder. No one in the comments has said this by any means, but ow, good Lord. No one in the comments has said this by any means, but I kind of picked up on it myself. I do have a tendency to kind of over explain and ramble. And there's also no one here in the shop to police my rambling or stop me from over explaining. So if it gets to be too boring or just too much information, I'll try to edit that out in the editing process. This is our lift cylinder. This is the space that I told you about earlier that I removed. So as you can see, hydraulic oil is really sticky and really tacky after it's been leaking for so long. But like the cool part about it is you can ride in it. Put a little smiley face. She's happy because she's about to get rebuilt. So anyway, yeah, so first thing we're gonna do, y'all can see these O-rings right here on our ports. Not everybody does, but I like to pull those out and put them in a little I'll just go ahead and get this right here so that I can keep track of everything. We're gonna go ahead and pull these out. Now, when I first built this style gland piston, I tried for quite a minute trying to get this gland out of here before I realized this does not yet come out. We've got to shove this back in a little bit. Now, sometimes we can get lucky and do it like this. And we're not going to get lucky, so never mind. Forget I said that. So we're going to take our chisel and we're going to tap right here. You don't want to hit this polish rod, okay? You really don't. So let's put a rag over it. Okay, folks, so as you can see, we've got our gland pushed back. And see if I can get you to see a little better in there. So right now, you can see that little valley right in there where the snap ring or the crush ring rides right here. There's a special tool whenever you buy these John Deere kits. It looks like this. It's split and it's beveled here. So what we want to do is kind of install that in such a way that the second spring ring in here just glides over it. So I'm going to set you down. We'll see if we can get that going there. Okay, so if you can see, we've got our tool in there. So now we're going to pull this gland out and hopefully everything just comes right out with it. Something I gotta admit to you is one of my toxic traits are that I don't have necessarily good genes. I just have genes I haven't worn yet, and this is why. Yeah, bro. You know what? I don't even care, dude. Anyway, all right. Give me like a minute to clean up. I'll come back with you.
Twinkling bright, we'll chase the moon.
Only pants, right? Okay, back to the bad. Here is that O-ring, or excuse me, not O-ring. This is that other spring ring I was telling you about that can be a real pain. That is why we have to install this tool here so it can hold that gap there. So that way when you pull it out, our ridge don't catch this. All right, now let's take it apart. We're gonna take that nut off. Okay folks, this is our piston, and as you can see, we're starting to have some of the guide packing underneath here. And looky there, big kind of, if you can see that chunk right there, but it is all worn evenly here. So we're going to rebuild this piston first, but we're going to go ahead and get our gland off here. That's really all there is to it there.
Every day's a new reprieve. Life's a dance, a sweet surprise. Hand in hand we greet the dawn to melodies that pull us on.
Okay, so our piston has been rebuilt. We've got our hard ring on there, we got our O-ring under this, and we're gonna leave this clamp on here to kind of keep it together for a little bit so it can shrink back up. All right, now on to the harder piece right here.
Together we're a perfect pair.
I just realized that I've been sitting here rebuilding this cylinder with my own music playing, so hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Anyway, as we can see, what I've gone ahead and done here is replaced our rod seal inside the gland. We've also got our rod bushing in here. That was the first thing I replaced. And here we've got our power seal on the rod side. And now we have a fully rebuilt gland assembly. Now, some guys will do this, some won't. I will take grease to go in here and start the things, because even though these seals are brand new and you put them on a decent rod that like this one is also in good shape, if these seals aren't really wet and the first thing you do is go to apply hydraulic pressure, they can bypass a little bit and cause damage to the seal. So I put a little bit of grease on there just to be safe. Okay, so now we'll put it on here, see how it looks. Yeah, that'll work. It's real tight on there. So the reason I use grease on this is whenever I push this forward and stop it, you can see a perfect ring where I push the gland up to. So that tells me that the whole entire rod surface is sealing, because that's the point of contact. Okay, so you already saw me build the piston. So this is another cylinder. I had to finish up the video on this cylinder, so I'm going to build this other piston and put it on here. Okay, folks, so I've got our piston down. We're about right here with the piston. Now our next challenge, and yes, it is a challenge, we will have to find a way to compress this ring here so that it can lock inside this groove right about here. The difficulty with this, and like I said, yes, it is difficult. It even takes me a couple of tries here. The best way that I've found is you can take you just a regular band clamp, and you want to tighten this up till it just tightens the spring ring up enough to go forward. You don't want to get it too tight now, because if you get it too tight, you can rip this O-ring right here. This O-ring doesn't hold any pressure. This is just to keep the dirt out of this channel right here. So I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to try to get you to focus on that if I can. May need to turn the zoom up, but we'll see what we can do here. Now that felt like it did something. Okay, now as you can see, maybe, there's our ring right there. So it is compressed by the barrel. So now all we have to do, give her a couple more taps. Okay, now that's in. Now don't let that deceive you. Yes, that is in the barrel, but it is not yet seated. So what we want to do, we want to go ahead and make this surface here flush with this surface. And maybe a little more yet. It just depends on how I feel. Now we know that's sealed. We know that's going to reset, or that's going to be in the recess. So now what we're going to do at this point, we're going to shoot a little air in here and make sure that our piston works without trying to launch our gland to the dark side of the moon. Taking a little bit of compressed air, and I'm going to go on each port of that piston. If I built it right, it should retract the piston and extend the piston. Folks, I will tell you, exercise caution when you're doing this. You don't want to go balls to the wall, full air in these. Just go a very little bit. It does not take much air to move these. So, here we go. We're going to go out. I hope y'all can see this. Here we go. Okay. Good. So what I did was shoot air on the back side of the piston, moved all the travel forward, and now our gland has recessed. Now we just need to get our retainer pin on there. Let's go ahead and do that. Some of y'all folks may know what these are, some of you might not. If not, that's okay. Not everyone has these. These are for rebuilding transmissions. This is for our C pin and divert pin. So I actually use them to spread these, because these aren't exactly snap rings. There's a very small slit right there that I'm going to open up. I'll show you how we use this here. I'll put a little pressure on it this way. Now look what I got here. Now I can slide it on. Just like that. That is done. Give her a couple taps just to be safe. We are locked in, folks, all the way here. Shoot some air in. Looks good. Shoot some air in. Looks good. Shoot some air in. That's good. All right, so that's a win. That's a success. Hopefully you learned something. I'm always learning stuff, so at least we got to do it together. All right, I'm gonna give this tractor a bath. He didn't ask for one, but it used to be a pretty tractor for it. Kept having a hydraulic leak, so I want to give her a bath and give her back, I guess. Anyway, appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you later.